sitting with Jason Browning with Academy Mortgage, and I have a question for you today. Before we take people out to even look at houses, we strongly push them to get pre-approved, which is different than being just pre-qualified. So
Correct.
address both of those and tell me why one versus another, and what's the best way to go about this. How to get someone, because when we find a house, any good realtor's going to ask for a letter, right?
Correct.
And one kind of you breathe on glass, and the other one,
Right.
actually talk to you.
Yes, exactly. So imagine this. One of them is basically having you fill out a loan application, and then I'm just going to take what you put on there as the truth.
Okay.
So if you say you make $1 million a month and your credit score is a 700, and you've got $2 million in the bank, and we're going to say, okay, you know what? You're
good.
pre-approved. I'm just
Okay.
going to go ahead and send you a letter.
So I breathe really well on glass.
Yes,
Okay.
you do. And you have a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
you're good.
okay.
So the second version of that, which is the one that we recommend that you do, and you do as well,
Yes.
is, well, you put that information on the application, but we also pull the credit, and then we go verify that information with requesting documents from the borrower.
Okay.
Pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, things of that nature.
I call it the 222s.
Exactly.
The 2 months of
Bank statements, 2 months pay stub, or 2 months of 2 months of bank statements, 2 pay stubs, 2 years of tax returns.
got it. The
Sorry about that.
222s. That's all right. That's what I tell them. Go look for the 222s, and you got it. Okay.
Right, so I mean, because I have a lot of lenders that will do the pre-qual process,
Right.
and then they get up to the finish line and they end up losing money and they don't close. And if they would have just gone that extra step to say, I know it could be inconvenient, but more than likely this information is going to be at your fingertips nowadays, and it takes a matter of 24 hours to get that stuff over and get the pre-approval done.
Oh, wow.
And then at that point, I can send that letter over, and that is as good as a cash offer in a lot of cases, that we can call that listing agent and say, hey, I've already looked at this information and you're good to go.
Yeah, because when I get a pre-qualification letter on one of my listings, I'm like, that doesn't tell me anything other than you picked up the phone and maybe talked to a lender.
Maybe not.
And yeah, and he was gracious, or she was gracious enough to write a random letter going, yeah, you're pre-qualified, but we still need this, and this, and this. You're going to need that to buy a house, so why not get on it?
Right.
And have it there, because
The thing is, you just don't want any surprises.
no.
If you have all the legwork done up front, and you know that when you go to making that offer process, for one, that the deal is going to close.
Yes.
And you're not putting your family in a situation where you think you're moving and then you're not, or something along those lines.
Another question, on our contracts in third-party finance, it says that the buyer will have been deemed to be approved within so many days. What is a reasonable amount of time to put in there?
Well, we're really trying to speed up our process. We see anywhere from 14 days, 10 days. Again, we can have that as a negotiation tool as well if we really need to speed up the process.
Right.
So, usually what you guys do is perfect, and that is around the 14-day time frame, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and I always tell people, if you've got all your ducks in a row and everything's been given to you, then really I need a house to go with my loan.
Correct.
Rather than I need a loan to go with my house. So totally different mentality. And now you're shopping knowing exactly what you can spend or want to spend.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
sometimes you'll tell me that I can have payments up to $3,000 a month, and I'm like, no, I can't.
I want to budget around this.
Exactly. And so
right.
I know what my top dollar is, but then I can bring it down to what I'm comfortable with. And
Right.
so all of those things come into it. The other thing I really appreciate is you'll take people who something might show up on their credit report that you can help them with. Pay this one off, don't worry about this one.
Right.
And it will help the credit score really quickly.
Yes, within usually 5 to 7 days, we can do those things as well.
Right.
Let me share this with you as well. With our clients in particular that we share, our average close time from the day that we take the application
Right.
to the day that we close is just under 15 days.
Yes.
And that is because we do that legwork up front, and then we can go to that seller and say, how about this? I know you really want to get this house sold. What if we can close in 15 days?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let's go. That helps you win offers with that situation.
Absolutely. Even if we have to lease the house back to the seller for a handful of days or for a week or two, they know they've got their money in hand and they can go buy the next house, which typically is that domino effect that we go through. So yeah, good information. Okay, well that helps me. So pre-qual, nope, we want pre-approval. We want all the documentation in, and we want to be solid when we go in.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good information. Well, you can find us on all social media. We go where you go.